you know. I hope don't nobody think that they hurt my feelings by saying, "Oh, well, she did this and her story was." I don't give a damn how y'all feel about it. I'm still saying it, shit. So yeah, I gotta. Anyway, what up though? I'm wait for a couple more people to get here, and then that's gonna be that. I do remember where I left off at though. Battle Facts was being a weird ass nigga, and can't. Oh yeah, before I do too much, let me put my headphones in so I can make sure that y'all can hear me. Mm, that'll work. Yeah. Shit. Anyway. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Excuse me. I got heartburn. Anyway, so I'm just gonna pick up where I left off because I ain't really got time to be waiting on nobody, and I do want to go ahead and just get this shit done and over with. But yeah, so I seen that my shit already got reposted a couple of other times and whatever, 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 and you know, I just don't care no fucking more. This is what it is. If y'all gonna chop and screw my shit and try to make some shit sound like whatever type of way that y'all try to make it sound, it just is what the fuck it is, baby. Have fun, have a ball. But yeah, so Battlefacts do the little weird shit that he do with the editing of the video, and when he dropped the little episode on YouTube, I felt like it was edited weird. And I was just kind of like, not because now I'm not feeling the energy around the whole battle period. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, all right, you did this weird ass shit. Easy acting how he acting, Zan acting how she acting. Like now I'm just like, maybe I just want to back out of the shit. You know what I'm saying? But I did text Battle Facts and I was just like, I don't know. I'm getting a weird vibe from that. So this nigga instantly tries to like gaslight me. He goes, Bree, you're spiraling. Bree, you're spiraling. So I'm like, you know what? Don't even worry about it, dog, big dog. I just block him. I don't have nothing else to say. That was that. Boom. So boom. Moving forward, we battle. Easy asks me to join the trenches. I run it past Ledge, like, hey, Easy asked me to join the trenches, And so this is where I say, but because this shit done got weird now, I'm not doing this without you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll join, I'll sign the contract. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it, but I don't want to talk to this nigga anymore. Like, he's making this weird for me. So I was just like, why don't you do this with me, and if I'm a battle, I want you to do the talking for me when it come down to setting all the, like a manager's supposed to do. I'm like, just set all this shit up for me so I don't have to talk to him. So it's just like it's just battling, and then that's just that, because it's just like after I had me at the time, what, everything is all good, right? And so I want to reiterate something back when I was just like, I sent them the text message or whatever when he had beat Hitman. The reason why that's important, like the reason why I like highlighted the fact that I said something crazy, was the fact that when Remy and I had a conversation later, that text message had came up. So that's why I was just like, okay, let me like highlight the importance of what I said in that text, you know what I'm saying, what I said in that text message or whatever, right? So boom. Now I'm a part of the trenches, everything's all good. Ledge is kind of like, he's doing his thing. He's doing okay, he's talking for me. He's like, okay, well, we about to talk about setting up your next battle. And I need a contract though, because for my Zan battle, I didn't get paid. I didn't get no accommodations or anything like that. Right now, I'm not typically tripping if the platform is good. So I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. It was kind of an inconvenience to me, but it wasn't at the fault of Chrome or the trenches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not their fault that I lost my job. I mean, it was battle. No, it wasn't Battle Facts' fault. It was my own fault that I lost my job. I shouldn't have been pouring a nigga up some strong ass drinks. That's just the reality of the situation. It was an L that I had to take. It was a very inconvenient L to take at that time, but it just was what it was. But and I don't nobody owe it to me to be like, oh well, we're gonna make accommodations, we're gonna pay you just because you fucked up your job. Like, I'm not tripping about that, right? But I did say, moving forward though, y'all niggas is gonna pay me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not chopped liver. I'm not somebody like, yes, I'm somebody that y'all starting to push now, but I'm not somebody that y'all putting on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, give me, like, you gotta give me something. I'm not doing this shit for free. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this shit without accommodations. So that was what I was stressing about being in my contract. And I did not want Eazy to like try to flirt his way out of paying me or anything, or just even make the attempt, because now I'm over it with the whole thing where it's just like, okay, you doing a thing where you still flirting with me anyway. I had to physically come out and ask you not to flirt with me and not to compromise my business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, no, at the very least, like, we finna make sure that I get paid. I'm definitely not gonna be up here battling for free. I saw no point, and I saw no future in that. So I'm like, all right, bet. Let's just make sure that my contract ensures that I get paid. So boom. It's taking Eazy forever to send me said contract that would ensure that I get paid every battle. Now the amount, negotiable, but you are gonna pay me every fucking battle. You know what I'm saying? So when Eazy's contacting me, all I'm talking about from that point on is, yo, when you gonna send that contract? You know what I'm saying? You got a whole, he telling me all these different things. Oh, I left it in Florida. You can email me a contract, because the contract that I ended up signing for my following battle was sent to me via DocuSign anyway. So it was just like, so like, hey, what's up? What's up, Ghost? So I'm just like, okay, nigga, you don't need to go all the way to Florida to get me a fit. Like, it's 2025. You have it uploaded somewhere, downloaded somewhere, something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just kind of, I have over 1,000 people watching me right now. Say you swear to God. Oh, you only say 14 on my end. Anyway. So, yeah. Boom. I'm just ensuring that I got the contract or whatever. Like, boom. I don't really care about none of the extras, none of the particulars, or anything like that. But he's not really bothering me so much. You know what I'm saying? So now, boom. Now I'm in this bum ass group chat. Now I'm in this bum ass group chat. That was the shit that was pissing me off. That was where I was just like, okay, this shit is getting kind of rocky, right? Now, the rest of the trenches does not know the nature of me and Eazy's relationship except Skull, because me and Skull was kind of close too. You know what I'm saying? And Zan is just suspicious for whatever reason, which, I bitch, you know your nigga. And the reason why I'm saying she know her nigga, because there's no way that she was crashing out the way that she was. And that's not her nigga. There's no way that they doing all this shit that they doing right now, and that's not her nigga in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I joined the group chat, right? Everything is honky-dory at first, right? Everybody's just like, welcome, Bree. Welcome to the trenches. Da, 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 da. Mind you, all of this happened in August, right? Me, and it's just such weird ass energy, right? Eazy birthday is in August, and then shortly after that is my birthday, and then the day after that is Ja birthday, and then it's like Lee birthday and somebody else's birthday, because it's like hella Virgos. It's like the one Leo and then like hella Virgos that was in the trenches, right? So on Eazy birthday, so like mind you, we all just sitting up kicking it in the group chat, just talking. She's just being very weird. Anytime she see a nigga say something to me in a group chat, she'll like add them directly and be like, so about this and about these hats. So just little weird ass shit. And I'm just like, all right, you got it, baby. So Eazy birthday come around, right? Everybody tell the nigga happy birthday. Naturally. He's like, great, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. So then some shit happens. I can't remember if this was before or after the whole birthday text with me. There was some shit happen that happened in the group where, because Taz was still trenches at this point, right? And Jay Moore had got mad at some shit that she was doing online with Capo and some shit. He felt like she was supporting her and da 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 da. Now, mind you, Taz was the only motherfucker who wasn't in this group chat, right? Now, I guess before I got to the trenches, she was in the group chat and then she kept threatening to expose it. So a new group chat was made and she wasn't in this one, but I was. So Jay Moore comes to the group chat immediately, like mad at her or whatever. And I feel like she this and this and this and this. So then everybody starts weighing, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a couple people in the group, they start weighing in on how they felt about it, how he felt about it, da 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 da. So I chime in like, well, I think what would probably work best is if we told her. Why isn't Taz in the group chat, by the way? You know what I'm saying? So then I get all these little off to the side phone calls, like it's complicated, you know what I'm saying? But like Eazy still fuck with her, like it's kind of a dangerous issue to have her in the group chat. Da, 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 da. Okay, see, like this is all starting to get too fucking weird. This is all starting to get too fucking weird, right? So boom. Eazy birthday is like 2 weeks before mine. So boom, my birthday come around. Eazy the first nigga in the group. It's early in the morning. Happy birthday, Bri. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, but like I said, me Eazy been cool this whole time. So I'm just like, of course this nigga told me happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? He told me happy birthday last fucking year. Hello? You know what I'm saying? So happy birthday, Bri. Other niggas tell me happy birthday. Zan, she you know how like you make a point to like not respond, like talk about the topic that is, you know what I'm saying, currently running in the group chat or whatever. You try to like change the subject. So she come in the group and try to like blatantly change the subject and not wish me happy birthday. I don't give a damn that she didn't, but it was obvious. It was so obvious. And I was just kind of like, you're a weird ass bitch, but okay. Right. So, and what made it even more weird was because Ja's birthday is the day after mine. So the next morning, she come in the group chat. Happy birthday, Ja. I love you. This is like, weird bitches. Y'all really just do it for me. Y'all really know how to just really accelerate on the weird when you can. You know what I'm saying? Her not wishing me happy birthday was not the end of my day. I promise. It was just some weird shit that I noticed. Right? So I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. But yeah, so when they were talking shit about Taz though, and I was just like, why don't we just tell her? I'm, mind you, coming up with solutions as to how we can solve this conflict with the Taz situation. I was just like, well, she's an emotional being. Y'all can't expect everybody to handle stuff the way that y'all would handle it. Like if that's y'all homegirl, then like assess her personality properly and deal with her accordingly. So if you know that she's hyper emotional and all this other shit, why would you do some shit like coming to the group chat talking shit about her behind her back when you know that's gonna make her feel some type of way if and when she find out later? You know what I'm saying? Gentle parent the bitch if you have to. If she's the type of person that you gotta talk to like that to get your point across, if you gonna fuck with her how she needs you to fuck with her. Be her friend for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, because y'all keep saying, oh, we a family. We all we got. Act like we family then. Act like we got each other. Because I'm not finna let y'all keep coming up in this fucking group chat talking shit about each other over time, right? So, boom. Somebody else's birthday come by. It's Lee birthday. Here goes Ann, top of the morning. Happy birthday, Lee. And everybody else chime in. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And I'm just like, okay. So boom. Then the shit happened with 40 that I was talking about on Tati Spaces last night. The shit happened when 40 had choked against Sharon, and the culture as a whole was giving her like a really hard time about it. So boom, here come Eazy naturally, because he hate 40. You know what I'm saying? But then let him tell it they don't hate each other for real. You know what I'm saying? You hate her just enough to be talking about her like a dog in a group, but then like when her and Taz had got into it later, then it was just like, because I had said I'm gonna advocate for Taz and ask her to take the post down or whatever, but I'm gonna get to that anyway. So he come up in the group, yeah, that's what she get, da 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 da. So then, the same dick eating ass niggas, who dick eat them every day. The nigga can't say nothing without these niggas being like, yeah, Eazy, you fucking right, guy, yes sir. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, y'all are so fucking weird, So they come in the group, they talking shit about 40, right? So that's when I hit them with, hey, 40 my bitch, no 40 slander. That won't happen, because we could run it right now. Of course, I'm being like lighthearted and I'm joking about it. I am serious, but it was just, I'm just like, okay, hey guys, I know I'm new here, but y'all not gonna talk about my sis in my face. Even if it is behind her back, it's in my face. Y'all not gonna talk about her. Straight the fuck up. So keep all that shit to a minimum. People take it to another chat or something, but it's not. I was prepared to argue with niggas if need be behind 40, but they kept it cute, they kept it light. You know what I'm saying? They was just like, okay, Bri, you know what, you got it. We ain't gonna do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we moved on. So as I'm saying though, I love 40. That's my bitch. Y'all not gonna like take off on her, not in front of me. Zan is in the group chat. I love me some 40 bars. Yeah, she's the shit. Da 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 da. Right? But then before day even breaks the next day, you on the internet talking cash shit about her. Like, so then 40 in classic 40 fashion, she started tearing her ass up on the internet. Like, you big skirt, long wig, knock knee, wobble body bitch. You know what I'm saying? Just own her, right? Everybody clowning her, having a ball, dying laughing at her ass, right? And all Zan keeps saying is, bitch, you choked in your battles. You choked in your battles. What you mean? What he said? She was like, you choked in your battles. You choked in your battles. And then so she was like, I did. She was like, I didn't choke in my last battle. So 40 was like, bitch, nobody give a fuck about that bum ass battle. But then that's when I was like, 40, I was a part of that bum ass battle, sis. I was like, sister, don't do that to me. Like, I got your back. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So Zan get her ass toe up. She salty. She in the group chat. She go, and this was what she would do when Zan would not get her way. She would come to the group chat and kind of like crash out for like 3-4 days at a time until somebody paid her attention. It was just like, it's okay, sis. You the shit. Sell them hats, girl. Yeah, braids and bars. Do your podcast, girl. Like, them niggas would have to coddle her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, whatever. I'm watching the shit play out real time, but it's just like, it's not really my problem. So then 40 and Taz get into it, right? 40 puts that crazy ass, y'all know what I'm talking about, the titty pic or whatever. She puts the picture up, right? And because this is my teammate, Taz, I'm referring to, because Taz is my teammate, I'm just like, damn, like, do I just sit back and watch this happen? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, come on, man. So I'm trying to do damage control again. So I hit up 40 and I'm like, sister, for me, can you please not do this? Like, can you please take it down? Can you please take it down? Because I had also said to the group chat first, I'm like, hey, y'all, I'm finna get her to take it down. Like, that's my sis. Like, she don't fuck with y'all, but she fuck with me. 40 will do it for me, right? So Eazy, like, this nigga so arrogant. It's just like, you can't even let somebody have the spotlight when it come down to like diffusing a situation. All of a sudden it's like, oh, 40 don't hate me as much as you think. Watch me get her. You know what I'm saying? So 40, when I had hit her up in the DMs, I'm just like, sister, please, like, come on, man, that's my teammate, bro. Like, please don't do this. Pretty please. So she like, well, between you and Eazy, I guess I'll take it down. So she took it down. And that was that, you know. And then whole time though, these niggas is still fucking laughing at her in the fucking group chat. So I'm just like, I just don't like this. I don't like this. And so I tell one of my close homies, like, I don't think that I'm gonna last long in the trenches. Like, I don't really like how they carry it in this fucking group chat. Like, it's so fucking negative, and there's no real productivity getting done. And this is stuff that I'm just observing, and I'm just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And because every time that I would try to pop in a group with something positive, like niggas wanted to make jokes like, Bree, you should be a fucking therapist or some shit like that. Maybe I should, motherfuckers. Cause y'all, you niggas is unstable and weird. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, bro, I don't know how much longer I like this. Now, whole time, right? Over the course of all of this shit happening, I'm exchanging dialogue with Eazy like I would normally talk to him. So if he say anything that was like directly pertinent to anything that I had just said, or if he spoke to me directly, I'm chatting it back up with the nigga like I always do. So, you know, I had jokes for him and all this other shit. I had told him, I was like, I hated your calico battle. And he's so used to these niggas dick eating them in a group every day. It used to like catch him off guard that somebody would actually say something that he didn't agree with. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, nigga, I hate your battle. We laugh it off. So I'm just like, all right, bro. Whatever. So then when 40 and Zan gets into it, and 40 tells her like, don't nobody give a fuck about that bum ass battle, Zan responds with, I won all 3 of my last 3 battles, but I was within like her last 3 battles. So I casually tweet, because I'm like, I'm tired of taking strays at this point, because y'all bitches is into it, but y'all not gonna keep casual like, bitch, you not gonna call my battle no bum ass battle, and bitch, you not finna sit up here and just try to slide in that you won, because no the fuck you did it, bitch. So I just casually get on Twitter and was just like, just for the record, the culture does not have Brie losing her last battle. Left that out, right? Zan comes back to the group chat. I don't remember what she said verbatim, but she was like, she said some shit like, and bitches want to fight now because I said that they lost battles or some stupid shit, right? So now I'm mad. I'm just like, all right. So I just called her. I just called her directly and was like, hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, are we good? Like, you know, I know we not besties or nothing like that, but like, you saying some shit in this group chat that's making me uncomfortable. I feel like you trying to insinuate a fight. So she cop a plea. She like, nah, Brie, I never said that. I swear to God, I'm really cool with you. I'm trying to tell you that I'm trying to like, you know, build a rapport with you, and you know, so we could be cool and we can make this whatever. And I was just like, you know what, that's fine. That we can do that. We can work on whatever it is that we're working on. But so she goes, cause about this battle rap shit, I don't know why these bitches be getting so mad, because I'll always be playing anyway, right? So I said, well, let me tell you what. I don't be playing with y'all. And the next time that you insinuate that we gonna fight, we will. She said, understood. We got off the phone. All right, boom. So moving forward, is, you know, more regular dialogue exchange in the group chat. Now niggas is finally starting to submit ideas. Text is like, we should put together a compilation song, whatever, right? But I noticed that the overall activity in the chat slows down. I'm not thinking nothing of it though. I'm just thinking that, okay, maybe like the hype done died off and we not all like as hyped to talk to each other every day as we might have thought we was in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? No big deal. I don't like a lot of notifications anyway. Whatever, right? The reason why the notifications had slowed down was because Zan felt like the conversation between me and Eazy in that group chat was too friendly. So she created an entirely separate group chat. She even went as far as labeling the shit safe space. And Eazy and I were not included in the group chat, and it was because she didn't trust us. Right? Now, this is not information that I'm just like guessing, right? I'm being told all these things. by other members in the trenches. And that's what I didn't respect about them, because when it came time to put shit on the floor and say who said what, or be honest about how motherfuckers feel, everybody started backpedaling like, oh no, I didn't say that. No, fuck all that. Yes, the fuck you did. Yes, the fuck you did. You did say that, actually. So I don't know that the group chat has been created though until after Zan and Taz had got into it online. I just noticed that the activity in the group had went down, but I'm not thinking that hard about it. Like I said, I was happy to not be receiving so many notifications. So then, okay, so this part I talked about on Tati Spaces last night, right? Everything is going as normally as it could possibly go, right? Hey, hi Kai. So everything is going as normal as it could possibly go at this point, right? Because Eazy was into it every other week with somebody. This was when he was into it real tough with Tay Rock and Caution. So that was a lot of the conversation. Like it pivoted from being a group chat where we was expressing creative ideas and shit to where it was just like a chatter space to talk shit about everybody else in the culture. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. I did you ever tell Remy that? Yes, I did. I'm gonna get to that, because that's the most important part. That's why I said the part where I sent him the text message. That's why that's important. Um, so yeah, they talking shit about Tay Rock and Caution, right? So I'm just like, okay, this is, and now mind you, I'm really feeling a way, because it's just like it seemed like everybody that y'all get into it with are people that I love. So I don't really know how to feel about any of this anymore, right? So boom. Then Muwap tries to get us popping in a different fashion. So he like, yeah, let's go on spaces and do these spaces battles and battle with our old rounds. And it was a great idea. In theory, it was a great idea until niggas from the trenches, until Zan started getting smoked, making the trenches look bad. Eazy was pissed because Ozzy came in. Mind you, Ozzy only had one battle. She only had one battle to use at the time. One or two or some shit like that, and ended up smoking Zan. Hey, so Eazy come back in the group chat like, stop doing shit like that. Like, don't do no shit like that. No, that shit is done. Like, and he was like, and stop putting the trenches brand names. Like, stop putting the name on there, because now niggas gonna feel like they touching a platform, right? So everybody was, giving like their input on how they felt about, using the name or whatever. And I was just like, so I say, because I agree with Eazy. I'm like, I guess I can see where he coming from though, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was like, if we just throwing the trenches on everything as opposed to just being members of the trenches doing something, but if we stand like this is trenches branded, this is trenches branded, this is trenches branded, it's gonna make too many people think, whoever gets involved, it's gonna make them feel like they can now say that they touched the platform, and we shouldn't come off as so accessible. So Eazy heart my fucking comment and says, perfectly said. This bitch spiral again. She spiral again. So now she's in the group chat the next day. She's like, good morning. And she share a little meme where like it looked like a bitch is picking over the people in the classroom that she want to say hi to. So it's like, good morning to you, not you, and good morning to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, bitch. Like, let's just fight. Let's just fight. I'm thinking this. I'm not vocalizing or anything, but I'm just like, she's gonna make me have to fucking bend her fucking fingers back. I see it now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, bro. It is what it is. So then fast forward, the shit happened, the Suge fight happened with Stiz and Fetty. So Eazy was there. No. Sorry. Right before that. So I smoked her, Ozzy smoked her, and then my former homegirl, Nadia Ali, smoked her. Smoked the shit out of her. Smoked her so bad that she ends up going viral. And I would, like I said on Tati Live last night, I want to point out that the reason why I was going so hard in particular for Nadia is because that was my best friend. That was my homegirl. Right? Um, Naughty don't be getting her proper flowers in the culture until recently, at least in my opinion. I mean, she felt this way too, but I felt where she was coming from because she was like, I'm so much better than it. Naughty was too fired to have only just now kind of been getting on, and a lot of people felt like that, right? But now that she's on, she's getting her tens. Fuck your friend, go, bitch. So naturally, as a real friend, when she goes viral, I'm the top person in her comments, quoting her bars and everything, like, go, bitch, go. I can't help that it was against Zan. The bag that Naughty was in, she would have smoked anybody. She was supposed to have Battle Do first. She was going to smoke Do as well. Truth be told. So I'm just like, I was there for it all. I just like to hear Naughty rap. And anybody who's heard Naughty rap, you know what the fuck I mean by that. You can understand where I'm coming from. So I'm hype as fuck for my homegirl. Like, yes, my bitch going viral now. That's what's up. So Zan texts me while I'm at work, 8 o'clock in the fucking morning. She's like, hey, so I just feel like you shouldn't be bigging Naughty up like that because it makes us look divided as the trenches. And that, like, I only saw the first few words of that message, but I knew the direction that it was going in, and it instantly pissed me off. And I was already on the phone with Naughty any fucking way. So I'm like, girl, why the fuck this bitch just text me this goofy ass shit? I was like, I don't want to open it right now because I know she's gonna be telling me not to show support to my sister because me and her supposed to fake look like we closer than we are. And Naughty was like the voice of reason for her ass. She was like, well, I mean, you do got to consider that. I mean, at least she coming to you and talking to you about it, you know. And she was like, it sounds like from what it sounds like is that he's like, it's a long ass break to get to see. I don't give a damn. You listen or you don't. Shit. Bitch. Not like, and not like that. Like, I ain't calling you like a bitch, like that's your name, but like, damn, move. If you don't like it, move along. Goddamn. Shit. I'm telling my shit, my story the way that I want to tell my story. I don't care. He said, remember you on your break. I'm at work. He said, get to the good part, love. I will literally stretch this shit out so fucking far. I'll just stop talking. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, and I, like, respectfully, I really don't mean to be rude, but like, y'all irritate me when y'all do that shit. I don't give a fuck how much y'all wanna, cause half y'all niggas is just bloggers waiting to go repost my shit anyway. So no, listen, just like everybody else is. So yeah, and all of this, it's tying into why the fuck the shit just so messy any fucking way. So don't get in trouble at work. I won't. Thank you I appreciate your concern. Thank you. So yeah, so she texts me and she tells me not to support my own fucking friend. And I'm just like, you know what, bitch, I just don't have the capacity to deal with this today. And that was that. So then boom, fast forward. Suge throws the fight. Whose space y'all doing space battle? I don't know. So Suge throws the fight. Stiz wins against Fetty or something, I think. And so Eazy was there in support of Stiz, and Fetty got mad about it, I guess. So I don't know. I guess they got into it online. So Eazy comes to the group chat like he always do every time he get into it with somebody because he needs the group chat to validate his feelings. You know what I'm saying? So he comes to the group chat like, man, every time something go wrong in the culture, everybody want to blame Eazy. So, you know, and he's first thing in the morning with this shit. So everybody waking up, hitting the chat like, what's going on? What's wrong? You know what I'm saying? So he like, Fetty mad at me because I supported Stiz, but I mean, I'm only supporting Nick because shit, we both from Philly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, that makes sense. You know, so but mind you, I am also still irritated, and I felt like being petty. I felt like being petty. So I say, seems like motherfuckers getting mad for how people show up for their friends is the trend around here. So that did start the argument. I'm not gonna cap. Zan responds, Bree, you got a problem. It blows up into like this crazy ass argument, right? To the point where she's got whole novels worth of text messages, right? But the entire time, that she's texting all of these things, she is not once saying, I don't feel like you're a part of the trenches. I feel like you're acting divided. I don't feel like you're a member of this team. All she's saying is, you dirty, you broke, you a crackhead, you black, you homeless, this and this, you a hoe, you fuck so and so, and da 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 da. And I'm just hitting her with facts, and I'm just like, and you still mad because you think that you think all of these things about me, and you don't like the fact that these niggas like me regardless. You don't like the fact that the nigga that you like the most still likes me regardless. Even if these things were true. Even if these things were true. I'm your favorite nigga's favorite nigga. Straight up. So, and you're mad, bitch. So, whatever. Because I'm just telling her, like, get to the point. Tell these niggas why you're mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't make no sense. Now, mind you, while we going back and forth, Eazy not saying nothing at first. Then he wanted to pop in and be like act like he doesn't know what's going on. Like he hasn't been saying whatever he been saying to her. And like I have not been directly addressing him. Like, man, you playing us against each other low key, dog. Like all this being extra nice to me and then cutting into her like she a hoe ass nigga. Like, nah, like as a woman, I'm peeping the shit like, nah, dog, this shit don't feel right. It don't look right. Just stop doing it because you put me in an awkward position. I was like, because if she turn up on me and I have to beat her ass, you gonna protect her, not me. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, Eazy always kind of looked at me like a liability. Because if you go back and you look at those battles, or if you look at clips from them now, since mine is the only one that's still the fuck not up. We the only fucking battle that a nigga was standing up there with a fucking gun. And Eazy had said that to me prior to me battling. He was like, no, I'm gonna make sure that I got security up there for your battle. So you already know that you being problematic. You know that you put me in a weird space. And what was you was gonna have a nigga shoot me if I started turning up? And so that's why I was just like, you know what? I'm all fucking set on this shit, right? So then niggas in the group chat start weighing in on me and Zan's argument, like as if they had been active. One, I felt offended because these niggas don't know me well enough to be weighing in on shit or telling me how to conduct myself on the internet or how to support my friends or how to be a teammate or any fucking thing. And mind you, they talking at me with they fucking chest though. You know what I'm saying? It was Tex, it was Riggs, and it was Dre Majesty, and it was somebody else. But when I responded back, I singled out all of them niggas and was like, you can suck my dick because it is. Because I told Tex, I was like, don't tell me how to fuck to carry shit, nigga, when you the type of nigga that only not likes a person because another nigga told you to. Get the fuck on, bro. For real. Like, for you piss me the fuck off. And because Dre want to come up in a group, fake positive and shit, right? Like, we all we got. And I said, you're pathetic as hell if these niggas is all you got, because you've been on all of us less than a year. We shouldn't be all you got. You should have had a support system outside of this, prior to this. So I don't feel bad. Like, nothing that y'all saying to me is swaying me. And then I had to call Riggs because he didn't say nothing else in the group chat. So I called Riggs and was like, hey, next time you call yourself trying to contribute some half-ass funny shit to the fucking group chat and you addressing me, nigga, you better make sure you up in this bitch contributing some creative ideas to this fucking shit too as well, because you don't know me well enough to be trying to tell me how to fuck to carry shit. You know what I'm saying? We too fucking old for that, you know? So boom, we have the argument or whatever, and towards the end of the argument, Zan says, oh bitch, you mad, da 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 da. She goes, it's up now. I would like maybe 2 or 3 people to comment what you think it means when somebody tells you it's up now. Am I supposed to think anything else other than that mean that you want to fight me? So I'm like, it's up now. I'm like, all right, bitch. Make sure you eat some fucking protein bars first, because I'm finna fuck you up. Now I don't got nothing else to say. I'm finna fuck you up. So she goes, wait, Bri, you want to fight? Yeah. Yup. Because I told you already once before, the very next time that you insinuate that we gonna fight, I'm beating your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass when I see you. So now Eazy's like, Chloe, I'm finna call you. The nigga used my first name and shit. Now he's like, Chloe, I'm gonna call you. I'm like, no need to call me, nigga. You seen everything that was going on, and you didn't get this bitch. You didn't put a muzzle on this bitch before. Leave me the fuck alone. So him and Ja called me anyway. So that's when I'm going off, because I'm just like, no. Fuck that. Y'all niggas not finna sit up here and make me feel like some type of fake bad guy because I don't want to hold this bitch hand and be her best fucking friend and show camaraderie to her that doesn't exist. I'm not a fake ass bitch like that. Now, rewind. Backtrack. Remy and I had already talked just on some humbug shit because we was talking about my next book, and so she was just calling me to just get some particulars squared away, right? And because overall this is her shit and she's on the internet just like everybody else, she's seen the shit with Remy, with Zan and 40, right? She's seen that. She didn't fucking comment on it or nothing, but then she also saw my response where I was like, let's be clear, Cbri didn't lose her last battle, right? So she sees the exchange between us. And Remy asked me about it. She was like, so yeah, by the way, before I get you off this phone, what's going on between you and Zan? And I was like, what is going on between me and Zan? So she was like, nah, I just kind of see the little back and forth online banter. It just seemed kind of tense. I just wanted to make sure everything was all right. And I was like, listen, I don't particularly care for her. And I told her about how I had to call her and let her know, hey, stop insinuating fights between you and I, because I will fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? She was like, that's fair. You know what I'm saying? That was that. But I was just like, yeah, I don't hate the girl, but I'm not gonna pretend like I like her. No. She was like, well, you don't really have to worry about that. She's like, y'all already battle. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, like y'all got to be around each other. She was like, obviously when we do things as a group, as the trenches, like I'm gonna need you to act like you got some fucking sense. She was like, but nobody's asking you to be this girl best friend. And I'm like, thank you. Also, even if y'all was, respectfully, I wasn't going to oblige. So it is what it is. So, boom, fast forward back to that. So while me and Zan is into it, Eazy hits the group chat and he was like, well, I guess asking y'all to host the tournament is out. Mind you, the tournament is like in 3 more days. So, one, the fact that you was going to ask me 3 damn days before any fucking way, and you expected bitches to be ready. This nigga asked us to have an extra outfit, all kinds of shit, right? But I was just kind of like, damn, like, where's the organization? Turns out Remy was letting him put all that shit together. So I'm just like, oh, okay, this makes sense why this shit is so unorganized, because Remy don't have her hand directly in everything this time. Okay, whatever, that makes sense. So he goes, I guess asking y'all to host a tournament together is out, because Remy just came up with this idea like 12 hours ago. And so I respond because like I already spoke to Remy. So I say, well, I don't know why the fuck she would ask you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of odd. She know how I feel about being around her. You know what I'm saying? I said, you ask her that. That was very peculiar for her to say. So this shit, that comment set Zan off, and she's like, don't nobody give a fuck about you and Remy talking shit about me, bitch. You think your spot in the trenches is solidified because you be sitting up talking shit about me with her and all this. Like, she's crashing out because for some reason she got her mind made up that Remy is taking time out of her day to like be passive aggressive towards her and beef with her and shit like that. Now, at the end of the day, if it's slowly becoming public information that this nigga is my nigga, like, bitch, you already his ex. Bitch, I'm already showing you a whole bunch of grace by allowing you to be here. Not just a lot. You done came back battle multiple times. You getting paid and everything. You might want to keep it cute. You might want to just shut your fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because you moving like you still fuck with this nigga. Like, the way you keep getting mad and acting overprotective and all this other shit. Like, this is her nigga. Let that nigga be her nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all done, you know? So, but she crashes out. She's like, I don't give a fuck that you. And I'm just like, girl, me and Remy do not care about you, just for the record. But whatever, man. So I done had to talk to Eazy on the phone and tell him and Ja, listen, I'm not here to do anything but rap for y'all. If y'all want me to be this bitch friend, that's a strong negative. I don't got you up. So then I end up also talking to Remy because I also did say that I wanted to fight her. Remy, they say Remy watching. Okay. And I'm not doing nothing but saying the same shit that me and Remy already spoke about. I ain't saying nothing to y'all that I did not already say to Remy. And if she is here, motherfucker, why you ain't call me all day? Cause you already knew that I was mad. You knew how this shit was gonna affect me, and like whatever. I'm getting off topic. If Remy here, we'll get to it then. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, so I talked to Remy, and she's like, "Well, listen, I had a vision for the tournament." He said, "Hell no, Cap." Okay, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Remy low-key needed to call me. She needed to call me yesterday, but I didn't get no phone call from nobody. And that's why I'm upset, because my shit keeps getting affected while everybody keep acting like I'm supposed to just not fucking say nothing, and don't nobody got to touch bases with me on nothing that's happening. And if you feel like you don't, fine, fuck it then. But also understand that I don't feel like I have to run shit past y'all. So Remy was like, "Listen, I'm trying to do something different with the vision." She was like, as you can see, we building a team. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already a part of the team. Y'all already solidified. So this is our way of ushering in the newer girls by having the girls who already established. You know what I'm saying? Host a tournament. Da 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 da. She was like, and I just kind of want to kick back and relax. She already had a lot going on anyway, so she was just like, I just want to see what y'all can do as a team. So I'm just like, Remy, but I really don't want to do this because I done already told this girl that I could beat her ass, and I don't know if I can. He's like, remember, over 1,000 people is watching. It is what it is. And I was just like, at the end of the day, like, I really don't know if I want to hold it together like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, because it's already kind of a last minute kind of thing. So I'm already kind of pushing it, you know what I'm saying? As far as just like, getting the time off of work and being able to shuffle around my hours and shit. But like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't just come down from situations that fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed more than 3 days to not feel like I was going to fire on her when I seen her. But Remy like, Bree, come on. So I'm like, Remy, what the fuck do "it's up" mean to you? And she was like, you right. And that's what I'm saying. I was like, so I'm pissed now at this point, to the point where I'm crying. I'm mad as hell because I'm like, Remy, you wouldn't let nobody play with you like that. Eazy wouldn't let nobody play with him like that. Nobody else in the tree, everybody would respect it if nobody else let anybody play with them like that. But then every time that I get upset because somebody's trying to play in my motherfucking face, then it's Bree, calm down. You're doing too much. Y'all not gonna do me like that. Y'all not gonna let y'all box me in like that. So no, Remy, I'm not gonna do it. So she was like, okay. She was like, I feel you. She was like, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call you back in a couple of days and I'm gonna see if you change your mind. So I'm like, all right, bro. Mind you, I'm like, I love Remy to death. So I'm thinking like I might just change my mind for her. But she is gonna have to give me a couple of days. Like, I know that if she keeps asking me today, I'm not gonna do it. So 24 hours go by. Eazy texts me like, yeah, so spell out your full name for me and give me your email because I'm about to get your flight information. So I'm just like, oh, well, fuck asking me again, But I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it, Chloe. Stay focused on the vision. They putting opportunities in your hand. Fuck it. Fuck it. Eat it, bitch. Just do it. Just host it. Just like with the battle. Fuck it. Just do the battle. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. We get there and Remy done, y'all know how Remy do. She like everything to be, y'all was hosting the tournament. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could, if you go back and you look at the battles, like the energy, it was so performative because it was just like we couldn't naturally bounce off of each other. You could see her like thinking that we was getting comfortable, so she kind of like looking at me like this and shit, like thinking that we finna have a laugh together because like some of the battlers had some bars that was funny and shit. So because we all laughing as a group, she think that means we laughing together. No, bitch, no, I'm laughing at this bitch. You can still suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, bro. So when we get there though, y'all know Remy likes to have everything have a certain aesthetic, a certain look. So she had got us the outfits or whatever, right? So they was pink, green, and blue, like the Powerpuff Girls. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm nerdy, I'm anime head. So I'm just like, oh, is this Powerpuff Girls coded? You know what I'm saying? And Remy was like, bitch, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to relax. She was like more like Cosmo and Wanda type shit. So that alluded towards like, okay, not, like, obviously there was, he said, what point did you notice your videos was deleted? Yesterday. So obviously there was a rift between Zan and Remy at that point. But whatever that was something that they initiated amongst themselves somehow. That had nothing to do with me, and I had no knowledge of it. And I didn't really care, because shit, you can have a problem with Zan and you could do whatever it is that you want to do about it, and nobody's gonna look at you no type of way. But if I do something about my problem with Zan, y'all gonna kick me out the fucking trenches. So that shit went over my head. I enjoyed my night. I had to fly back home the same damn day. You know what I'm saying? So it was what it was. Were you Blossom? I was Blossom. It was cute. And then it was kind of crazy because like everybody hairstyles had kind of matched up to. I had the updo, and it was just like, it was impromptu. I don't think it wasn't intentional, but that's what it looked like, right? And I'm trying to be in good spirits and be like, yeah, okay, this is cute. This is giving. And it was just tense energy. You know what I'm saying? But as far as I could see now, they was Remy and Eazy definitely together. You feel me? Cause I had said I versus was happening the same day, right? And I couldn't stay for both because my flight I had to immediately go back home because I was like, I gotta be back in time for work or whatever. So I had to fly in, host a tournament, and then fly back home all within the same day. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm leaving and I'm telling Dre Majesty, like, all right, babe, I'll see you later. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh, you leaving? I'm like, yeah, man, talk to Eazy, talk to your man. He the one booked the flights. So Remy hang out the window, like, what? Say what? Like, what'd you say? So they in the sprinter together. So I'm like, oh, okay. If nothing else, obviously by then, I'm like, yeah, I know these niggas is together now. But I'm just like, if nothing else, this is her nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, whatever. But by that time, I done been, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Fell back from him or whatever. And I'm just like, now the only thing that's weird is the fact that Zan keep crashing out on me over this nigga. And the reality of the situation is you're just mad because he's not with you. You don't give a damn who he with. You just mad that he's not with you. And so no matter who he's dealing with, you gonna give everybody involved a problem. So whatever, bitch, you got it. So I go home. What made you come out last night, air delete? Because my battle was taken the fuck down over some shit that got to do with they weird ass love triangle. And I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of being gracious about it. And I'm tired of being quiet about it. Meanwhile, my hard work is being deleted off the internet because y'all can't get y'all love life together. Do you understand now? So boom, now we at the fucking climax of the shit, right? Boom. We done did the tournament, everything. We are minding our fucking business. So mind you though, the day that me and Zan had got into it in the group chat, which was a few days prior to that, they kept like weighing in on it. That's the fact, you say go to hell. Anyway, they weighed in on it a couple more times after that, right? So after I had cussed everybody out in the fucking group chat, I didn't say anything else for the rest of the day. So Tex had came to the group chat the next day trying to change the energy. So he woke up like, good morning. First and foremost, I whoop everybody ass, especially you, Cbri. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to be lighthearted, have a little joke or whatever. But I was already mad. I done cried about it and everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, y'all done already pissed me off. There ain't no joking about this shit today. So who gives a fuck what a known rat says I'm lying? I don't care. Anyway, so
I'm not gonna hold you, yo. Yo, this is like this whole shit though. Like what this she could have kept this shit, bro. She could have kept all this info. Like this shit, like none of this, no one gives a fuck about this shit, man. No one really cared. Like this shit, she could have took this shit to the grave. Like we didn't need to hear none of this shit.
as well as y'all know each other. I did not come to battle rap, period, but let alone the trenches looking for friendships. If it happens organically, then it just does. You know what I'm saying? But all this extra weird shit, I'm not trying to. I feel like Zen feels like I'm cramping her style, and I'm not trying to step on no interpersonal relationships or get in the way of nothing that I don't have to. So y'all got it, and I left the group chat. Right? Boom. A couple months go by. Dre Majesty. Because then after that, a couple of kept I was still trenches too. I just left the group chat. So niggas was keeping in touch with me. Obviously, okay. Obviously, I was keeping in touch with King. You know what I'm saying? Because King is a little bro. So King keeping in touch with me. Me and Skull, we talk as much as we all normally did, but Dre Majesty is the one that's really keeping up with me, right? So randomly, once again, because these niggas are always catching me either right before work or after work, 8 o'clock in the fucking morning. Randomly, Dre Majesty hits me up one morning and was like, Chloe, I think we all owe you an apology. You were right. Y'all keep saying Battle Fact said that I'm lying, like I give a fuck. I will punch Battle Fact square in between the fucking eyes. Moving on. Anyway, so he like, Bree, you was right, and we owe you an apology. So I'm like, this is the day that I find out that they had a whole separate group chat too. So I'm like, well, what are you talking about? Because mind you, y'all know I already don't get on Twitter and shit like that. So I'm just like, okay, well, what's going on? So he like Zan and Taz crashing out on Twitter. Dre, what the fuck do that got to do with me? He like, oh, your name came up. Show me a screenshot or stop fucking chatting on my phone, bitch. Keep that shit on speed it up. What the fuck is going on, Dre? So he sent me some screenshots of what's going on. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Because today is the day. Because I'm tired of Zan. Because you know what, bitch? Whatever. You suspicious that me and Eazy liked each other. You was right there. Did we fuck? It was the fact that I had to see that she said, and Remy gonna be mad as hell when she find out they fuck. Because my thing is, where did you get that from? Where did you get that from? Are you making that up off the top of your head? Like, is this nigga telling you that? Because now I'm mad. Because it's just like, what? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. I got y'all now. Now everybody finna know what the fuck is going on. Because mind you, like I said, I'm keeping it cute the whole time. So like nobody knows really that me and Eazy had been talking the way that we had, except Remy, but I did not know that. I only had suspicion of it, right? So I'm like, okay, today gonna be the motherfucking day everybody finna catch wreck. So I'm debating on whether or not I should go online and just start firing up everybody anyway. But then I'm just like, you know what? I texted Eazy like, hey man, call me. So he calls me with John on the phone. He's like, Bri, you out here telling people that we fucked? I'm like, nigga, is you out here telling people that we fucked? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. So he's like, well, we didn't. I'm like, I know we didn't. I said, but didn't I tell you to stop turning this girl against me? Stop making her feel some type of way against me? Didn't I? He said, why they saying battle facts your way? That's some shady shit because the bitch can't write on her own. That's why. So I was like, all the stuff that I told you that was going to happen is now happening. I literally asked you not to put me in a weird ass position if I came over here and battle for you with these women who care about you. I asked you to do that and you let me down. Cause I'm yelling. He like, Bri, stop you. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm mad now. Because you don't put me in an awkward position. I don't fucking like this. You got me fucked up. So he's like, well, can you at least go online and clear it up? He's like, I don't need people thinking that, we fucked. And I'm just like, I would actually really like to go online and clear that shit up. So I'll be right back. So he goes, Bri, you're a woman of many words. Please keep it classy. So that's why, because I really was going to take it there with that bitch. But that's why I wrote what I wrote. Like, I know a bitch, I know a young lady who only got on the card because I backed out of the card. And about me backing out of the card, I was getting promoted to the position that I have now. But I was training for front desk manager. And it was just a lot going on. And I didn't want to train for 2 positions at once and also write for a battle. So I had backed out of my Miss Miami battle. Because the card that was supposed to have been happening that January, I was on the one that it dropped and it was in or whatever. She ended up getting on it because she was my replacement or whatever. So, and that was neither here nor there. That's how the business worked. I didn't want to do it. Cool, steps in right on up. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we'll spin a block on you when you ready, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, because Remy was understanding of it, she was like, listen, do your thing. She was like, I'm not gonna stop nobody from getting a bag or like bettering themselves or whatever. She was like, so if you don't want to do the battle, don't do the battle. She was like, but you do gotta do your next ones. Say less. Cool. So this nigga, he likes the post that I put on Twitter where I was just like, I don't have to fuck for shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to fuck to be no fucking where. It is what it is. Right? So then while we were on the phone though with Ja, he goes, can you clear that shit up with Remy too? And that's when I say, this is the part that all of y'all are waiting for. So was you scared of Remy? Because she took my man and I ain't saying nothing, sure. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm terrified of Remy. Took my nigga. Please don't let her find out who my next nigga is. She gonna take him too. Anyway. So when he goes, can you contact Rim and clear this shit up for her too? Because she's asking me questions. So I'm like, Eazy, you sure you want me to do that? Because I was like, I'm mad enough now. I was like, if I tell Remy anything, I'm telling her everything, my nigga. So do you want me to call her or not? So I don't know why this nigga be thinking that people gonna lie for him. Right? So he like, well, what else is there to tell her? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell her about how we used to talk, and I'm gonna tell her about how you be flirting with me. I'm gonna tell her about how I had to tell your ass to maintain your relationship. So he's like, Bri, I never flirted with you, and this and this. So this nigga, because he got Ja on the phone so that Ja can corroborate whatever it is that I guess he was gonna say to Remy or go online and say or whatever, right? So he was like, you got any screenshots of anything that I've said to you that was out of pocket? I was like, nigga, I got record of every single conversation that we've had since the day that I met you. Because I'm not the type of person who deletes text threads or DM threads. Did he study when he asked you? Of course he did. So Y'all some petty niggas, man. So when I said Eazy, I got everything. I got a screenshot of everything. He paused for a second, like, yeah, I was like, yeah. So again, you want me to tell Remy or what you gonna tell her? You know what I'm saying? So he was like, nah, go ahead and shoot her a call. So I shoot her a text like, hey, call me when you get a chance, right? You know. So they said, watch out back in the trenches. Bitch, I was already in the trenches. I was already in there, Dolo. Didn't nothing happen to me then. You must not know who I am. Anyway, so like so when Remy calls me, I'm like, all right, here we go. This is the end of this because I want this shit to fuck up off my chest. He said, respectfully, if you and Eazy never had sex and you really him and him talk sound like a flirty relationship, true or not? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I just don't like the fact that this bitch said that I fucked to get in the fucking trenches. I don't like that. And I don't like the fact that after I kept it real with Remy about the nature of me and Easy's relationship, he lied about it. And that is why I left the trenches. That is why I left the trenches. It had nothing to do with Zan or nothing. I didn't have a contractual issue or anything. My contracts were straight. For the record, my contract was straight. Ledge made sure my contract was straight, which is what I wanted him to do. All the rest of that extra personal shit was, you know what I'm saying? He said, he said, did Muslim Poppy hit? Sure. Santa Claus hit too. And the Boogeyman and Freddy Krueger. Like, your daddy might hit next. So hide him. If you love him, if your mama like him and she can't fight, hide him. Anyway. Yeah, so Remy gets on the phone. She's like, Brie, what's going on? I'm like, all right, so I'm just finna tell you everything. So she's like, what the fuck do you mean everything? I'm like, listen, me and Eazy used to talk. So she's like, girl, like, okay, so what the fuck do you mean? Tell me the timeline. So I'm telling her, and she's not really tripping about nothing that had happened in 2022. She was just like, okay, we wasn't talking then. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? She was like, did he say anything to you recently? I said, yes, he did. She said, how recently? I said, August. Trenches. I battled on the trenches in August. So she like, well, what did he say? I said, and I repeated the part about where he asked me how I'm feeling about the battle. And I was like, oh, I'm feeling really good because I earned this. And he was like, no, you only on this card because the nigga that is throwing it fucks with you a little bit. And I told her about him saying, are you missing me? Because those were the two most recent things that he had said to me. And I told her about how I had to tell him, listen, if we're going to be working together, you can't be flirting with me if you have a girlfriend. And his response was, I don't have a girlfriend. So one of our phones end up dying. So when she called, when we reconnect, she was like, hey, I guess she had already talked to him by then, or, you know, she's curious because at this point, nobody can deny that they are together. She's not denying it anymore. He's not denying it. Everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? So obviously she wants to check in on like, okay, so did my nigga just flirt with a bitch that I just sent the deposit to? I need to know this, right? And I don't know if she wanted to see if I was gonna stand on business or what. So she like, you mind if I click him in the call? Call him, because I'm done with all this shit. I'm ready to get all this shit off my chest. Yes. And as a matter of fact, please do click him in the call. So we get him on a call. So she like, say what you just said to me. And I did. And this nigga started turning up. He like, I never said that. And this and this and this. So then this stupid ass nigga goes, Rim, you see how they always get the lying when they get on the phone with you? And that set me off. Because I'm like, bitch, why you always got her on the phone with some fucking body? Like, what type of logic is that? What do you mean? You see how they act when they get on the phone with you? Who else are you having her on the phone with this type of issue? And I started turning up. I was calling him all types of bitches. I didn't care no more. I knew that, like, baby, I breached the contract or whatever it was. He never actually physically sent me my Trench's contract. He had sent me my contract for my Miss Miami battle. I guess we was getting separate contracts per battle. But like the one that expressed the terms, that like the terms was the whole 18 months and all this part, that contract would never got sent to me on DocuSign. So I never actually signed that. But regardless of whatever, I was adhering to it. But I stopped giving a fuck that day. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I just don't care no more. Fuck you. Fuck the trenches. I don't care. I'm tired of you lying. I asked you not to put me in this weird ass position. Because mind you, Remy is somebody I've been looking up to since I was a little fucking kid. Okay? I've been looking up to Remy since Ania. Anytime that I had an opportunity to talk to Remy, I will always tell her how much she inspired me, how much I love her. Thank you for the opportunities. Da, 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 da. Now you got me out here seeming like I'm snaking somebody that I respect. And you said I was gonna lie to you. It was one thing when you was just like, when I was like, hey, don't flirt with me, and you said okay, and then you stopped flirting with me. It's the fact that whatever the fuck you and Zan got going on, it keep trickling over into what it is that I got going on, and now I have to keep constantly, like the fact that I'm constantly getting, it's not making sense as to why Zan don't like me as much as she does. Like, no, let's talk about where the fuck this is really stemming from. She don't like me because of you, nigga, and I'm tired of it. Remy, she don't like me because of him, and I'm tired of it. Now, meanwhile, when Dre was telling me about, do you know about the baby? I don't know. I don't care about these people, man. I don't care nothing about what none of these people got going on. Now, mind you, the day that Dre was telling me about Zan and Taz crashing out online, the nigga, he tells me like, yeah, man, you know, I'm sorry. He was like, she did make this shit kind of weird. And that's when he told me about the separate group chat, the one that's called Safe Space that me and Eazy wasn't in, and all this other stuff. So I'm just like, you need to just check your fucking circle, man, because y'all all doing weird fake ass shit. I don't want to be a part of this. It's too many extra pockets and facets of bullshit that's going on. And the only person who's going to start swinging on people because of it is me. So I'm hanging it up. Y'all got it, right? So me and Eazy, we screaming at each other on the phone, though. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Remy ends the fucking call. She calls me right back. And she goes, but now I'm crying. I'm belligerent, right? Bro, like how mad I was, I'm just as mad right now. I feel like I'm about to cry again, right? So I'm like, no, Remy, I'm just tired of it. So I'm rambling, right? I'm just da, 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 da. And so she goes, Brianna. So I stop. She goes, I believe you, bro. She was like, I believe you. She was like, I know what's happening, nigga. I got. So I'm not gonna speak on her behalf as far as her and Eazy situation is going, but for all of y'all who keep constantly weighing in on how she should be reacting to this, and that she know what type of nigga she got, and if she okay with it, we all just gonna have to be okay with it. Okay, I'm not okay with it, so I exited. I removed myself from the situation. That's all I could do. Let me know if y'all can still hear me, because my speaker is kind of.
So I guess Remy didn't really care. She didn't care. She didn't even care. Yo, this is crazy, yo. This is crazy. Yo. Nah, yo.
Headphones out. She know what type of nigga she got. I say all that to say she know what type of nigga she got. But that is why I left the trenches. Because when everything hit the fan, because that nigga did everything that I asked him not to do. I said, please don't put me in an awkward ass position between you and the women that you love. Between me and your girlfriend. He said, it seems like you was really hyped. You had Remy, man. What? Let me block you too, bro. Because y'all just be saying shit out the side of your ass. Because it never gave that I said that I was hype or nothing, man. Shut up. No, it never gave that. It never gave that I was hype about shit. If anything, I was very irritated. I was hype about being back outside. I was hype about being back on a respectable platform. But okay. the shit about the text message, right? Because mind you, when I'm telling Remy about everything, he said you held her down till they snaked you publicly, basically. So I'm just like, so when I'm telling her, because I'm like, and I was like, and truth be told, Remy, I was like, I know that you knew that I was talking to this nigga this whole time. And she said, well, Bree, what would make you think that? I said, the fact that you haven't been booking me, honey. I know how a woman act when she don't want somebody around her, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and I broke it the same way I broke it down on the other live about how I was feeling about the other girls being called back, but I was the only one who wasn't being called back or whatever. And I was like, I really do feel like you know, seeing a text message or something. Cause she was like, well, what would make you feel like I would know that y'all was talking? I said, me and the nigga used to text. You know, I was like, I don't know if you seen some text messages or what, right? So then she goes, I did. And the text message that I had sent him when he won the Hitman battle, she quoted that bitch back to me verbatim. And I was like, oh, you saw me say that, huh? You know what I'm saying? I was more so embarrassed, but like I said, it was just.
Hey, hold up, man. It's like 20 more minutes. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When Remy, like when Remy Eazy probably had all his side pieces. Like this is what it sounded like, right? Eazy had all his side pieces, right? Remy swooped in. You know, she's still married to Pat. So like she out, Remy didn't care, bro. Like she know, like he had his side pieces. Like she already knew that. You know, that's why even now, like they still wasn't even now. Like she already knew what type of motherfucker, like, you know, she was dealing with. Like, because like, first of all, like she married still, man. Come on. Like, I don't think she really cared too much. She just wanted to know. But she said she read all his messages, so she must seen everything. So Remy knows, man, what's going on. Remy knows. And let's just say this, man. Woman, yo, your phone, bruh, they gonna get into that phone, man. They're gonna get into that phone and they're gonna read that shit. They're gonna screenshot it and all that shit. While your ass knocked the fuck out, your phone is getting ran through. Like it don't matter how safe you is. That phone is getting ran through. So I know Remy was running through that damn phone every day. Every night he passed out, she was going through that damn phone. Like,
I was sounding like a bird in the actual text message itself, right? So I'm just like, ah, damn, it was embarrassing. Like, damn, she seen me say that, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, ah. And then so she hit me with some real shit. She said, Bree, you have to consider this. She said, I seen the text message. I knew what was going on. She said, so why the energy for Zan and not Remy? Because Zan is the only one acting like this. Damn, how come when I be trying to block y'all, it don't be blocking y'all? So she was like, Bree, I seen it. I didn't care. She was like, did you consider that? She said, I did eventually bring you back to the platform. She was like, so hello? Like, you good? What was the text message? No. It was stupid. So she was like, so I just want you to understand that I know the extent of how I want to deal with all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I know what I know about him. She was like, that's not gonna stop me. So you understand? I don't care. I don't care, bro. How you gonna say Remy might even call? I already talked to her. I'm literally just reiterating a conversation that was already had. So she like, I know what type of nigga I got. I know how I want to deal with him. She was like, I know that y'all have exchanged text messages. I know how I want to deal with you. She said, I fuck with you at the end of the day. That's why I brought you back. You back. You here now. What? And so I'm just like, well, fuck it now. It's ruined now. What am I do now? I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to. So she goes, you don't have to do anything with the trenches. So Easy's neck. Anyway, let me stop answering this person question. So she was like, you don't have to do anything with the trenches. She was like, but we still got work to do on Chrome. That calmed me right on down. I said, okay, Remy, I love you. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I love you too. She was like, Bree, this is probably the realest anybody has kept it with me in years. And I said, well, I don't have any other choice. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I still love you, girl, but respectfully, I gotta leave this shit. It's too messy for me. And that was that. That would happen back in November, December, some shit like that. Shortly after that, I made a public post saying I quit battle rap because I just don't like shit like this. And one of y'all gonna get y'all asses balled up. One of y'all asses is gonna get y'all ass balled up fucking with me, putting me in these type of positions where I have to be mad. You know what I'm saying? So now I hung it up, right? So now bitches is checking on me. Fake checking on me. Bree, what happened? Bree, what happened? Da, 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 da. So I'm just like, nah, whatever. So Suge hits me up and he was like, you want to fight Zan on my next card? And I was like, no. You know, if anything, I want to beat her up for real. So then I gave him a name of a person that I would rather fight. He was like, well, I'll see what I could do. He didn't get back to me. And then I'm seeing on Coffee Brown's story that from what it looked like, that her opponent had backed out or some shit like that. It was looking like she was having trouble. I was mistaken, but it looked like she was having trouble finding an opponent or something like that. So I get the bright idea that because me and Coffee was supposed to have battled on the trenches. I was supposed to be her debut on the trenches, that we had already had the whole year planned out. So I'm like, well, shit. Well, since we, can't do the battle on trenches, we could at least still do we could box if you don't have an opponent. I don't have an opponent. So I gave her my number and was like, hey girl, you know what I'm saying? Give me a call. So she like, okay, what's up? So when I tell her, like, hey, you want to box instead since we can't do the battle on trenches or whatever. And she was like, she said no for her whatever reasons that she said no or whatever. And then so I was just like, well, this isn't the end of the world. And I tell her about the fact, like I'm not gonna do the trenches whole situation, but I was like, I'm still good on Chrome to my knowledge. I was like, so maybe we could just run this idea past Remy instead. We could just bypass Eazy and we could just maybe try to set this up on Chrome. She goes, girl, you banned from all Chrome 23 events. I said, what? Excuse me? What? Who told you that? So she like, you're banned from Chrome 23 events, Bree. She don't want to come out her mouth and say if it was Remy or Eazy who said that. But she was like, no, you listen to me when I tell you. I'm not, because she goes, when have I ever lied to you? And I'm thinking like plenty of times, but okay, whatever. But so I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna call you right back. So I call Remy immediately. Remy answers. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no rift, there's no energy that I should be having for Remy or anything. Well, the fact that she knows all of this shit is happening and not once has she even attempted to put a muzzle on this nigga as far as what it looks like, especially when it came down to me. I do feel some type of way about that, and it is what it is. So I'm like, hey, Rim, I actually literally just got word a couple minutes ago that I'm banned from Chrome. She's like, I never said that. I was like, well, it's being said. She was like, Bree, I never said that. I said, and she's like, and that's my shit. So, all right, Remy, say less. Sorry to bother you, man. I'm not gonna keep bothering because I know you got a lot going on, kid. Talk to you later. That was the last time that I talked to Remy, but that was the last conversation that we had. So I say all that to say, Eazy, the next time that you want to go online and say, oh, this is some female drama, bitch, you are the drama between the females. Stop lying to bitches, man. Stop lying on bitches. Hold your nuts. Keep your dick in your pants. When you have a bad bitch like Remy Ma, stop doing every fucking thing you can to fumble her before she shoots your ass one day. Cause me personally, Ben would have been been. It's shit that you did back in 2023. I would have been right between the fucking eyes. Been. If But time and time and again, no matter what it is that you do, no matter what type of interpersonal relationship that you have, whether it be platonic, whether it be romantic, professional, whatever, you fuck it up every time and somebody exposes you to be some type of liar. And what pissed me off about the niggas in the trenches is, do you think Remy cheat? I don't care. She should. Shit. What I don't like about the niggas in the trenches though is the fact that they kept fucking reaching out to me. And then, oh, Bree, how you feeling? How you doing? Whatever, whatever. And then I tell them how I feel about the situation and about how Eazy carried this and how he handled me. And the niggas would say, I agree with you, Bree. I also feel some type of way about the nigga for whatever reason. But they keep publicly breaking up and making up and shit. And then, but behind the scenes coming to me like, nah, Bree, you right. Bree, you right. And I don't like that. Like, you niggas cannot be so dead pressed on having an opportunity coming from one nigga that is making y'all go out sad like this to where, like, because the first time that nigga would, oh shit, sorry, y'all. The first time that nigga played in my face, I would have said, fuck that contract. And I'm not telling these niggas how to handle their careers. I am saying the reason why y'all pissing me off is because of the fact that every time when it come down to how Eazy treated me, it's just like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. That's between y'all. Well, then stop coming and talking to me about it then. Because there ain't no way. I don't care. Sure. I might let your mama hit next. Anyway. So, yeah. Yeah. So I can't respect what's going on in the trenches because today I heard from niggas. Niggas left the trenches yesterday and then made back up today. But I talked to niggas today and they still have a problem with Eazy. Stop telling just me that. Tell Eazy that. And yes, I do have a problem with the fact that you niggas did not advocate for me. If I say, oh no, what Eazy did to me was some hoe ass shit, and of course you're not gonna understand. He wasn't trying to fuck y'all. I was the only trenches member that he tried to fuck. Nigga. So of course I get that y'all can't relate to that part, but what the fuck y'all not gonna keep doing is empathizing with me behind the scenes and then backpedaling when I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Then I was saying, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I never said that. I don't really feel that way. Yes, y'all do. Otherwise, like I said, keep it on the playground and keep it the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear from nobody else in the trenches. Actually, because like I said, when I talk to you niggas, it's man, this nigga playing, man, this nigga, this and this and this, man, this nigga, man, he fucking with my contractor. I don't like how you talk to me. But then y'all do all this fake making up online shit to try to keep up appearances because y'all don't. I get it. Y'all don't want to look like y'all falling apart. I get it. But it is. It's not. It's the shit not solid over there. It's not. And y'all niggas are hanging on by a thread. And the fact that y'all niggas is not standing on business, and the fact that you niggas are just letting y'all dignity be fucking crip walked on for the sake of, oh, this nigga is providing me an opportunity. That says a lot more about y'all than it ever will say about me and anything that I did in this situation. Because I saw something when it was wrong. I saw something and I addressed